Oh, it is some people here. I just can't see who it is. Hey, Amber. Hey, girl. Who is that? Oh, I need some lotion. Okay, so we gonna have one random disrespectful um dread, huh? That's just gonna try to take over the whole show. No, that's what you're not gonna do. If I got crumbs on my mouth, it's because I just got finished eating some Starbucks. Hey, Lady Hathor. I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. When you see me, when you see me coming in and I'm here like constantly here, I'm feeling good. Um, I ate too much pizza and wings this weekend. Like this weekend, I think I binged a little bit too much on carbs. And I notice when I eat too many carbs, like I eat too much bread or carbs, my IBS will act up. But you know what? Sometimes you just gotta eat a pizza and some wings and some Dunkin' Donuts and some cinnamon bread. You know, the weekend, that's what the weekends are made for. The weekends are made for binging junk food, and then during the week you have to act like you have some sense. And that's what I normally do. So this weekend, I just did too much. Dunkin' Donuts, Mountain Mike's Pizza, cinnamon bread, cinnamon and raisin bread. It was just too much for my stomach to deal with. I paid for it Sunday night, Monday morning. I've been drinking my water ever since. So I'm feeling much better. Other than allergies, and I really think my allergies have been acting up because I sit out here so much. Like in the evening, oh my God. I come out here in the evening just to watch the sunset because it's just me. My husband is usually at work. He comes home for lunch, but that's usually about 8 o'clock. Yeah, around 8 o'clock he'll come home for lunch. So the sun sets around 6, a little after 6. I come out here and I sit in the chair. I sit in the chair over here. I sit in that chair and have a perfect view of the sunset. The sun sets right there. So I sit there in that chair for like 20 minutes and just watch the sunset. Just reflect on my day. Um, I think about my accomplishments that I had for the day. I praise myself for the things that I accomplished. I give myself a little pat on the back. I I do not, um, you know, fuss at myself for the things that I didn't accomplish that day. I put them on my list to do tomorrow. I My plan for 56 is to live as stress free as possible. Like every year, I try to come up with a plan for, my life. What I want to do, what I wanted to do for 55, what I want to do for 56. 56, I want to live as stress free as possible. And a lot of stress is stress that we bring on ourselves. It's not external stress, it's internal. It's how we look at things, how we look at ourselves, how we view our own accomplishments in a negative way. Okay, so you had 10 things on your to do list and you only accomplished one. Okay, so tomorrow you have 9 things on your to do list, plus the things that you wanted to put on for that day. Add them on. When you do them, you do them. And if you don't do them, you don't do them. Yesterday, I meant to bring my yoga mat out and sit out here and do yoga. I ain't do it yesterday. I'll do it today. I'm retired. I don't have to do shit. Like nothing do I have to do but feed my dog, pick up his poop. That's because I don't want to be nasty. Pick up his poop every day, feed him, make sure he has water. You know? Now that's essential. That type of stuff is essential. Checking his ears to make sure that, he's not scratching, those type of things. Like, that's the only thing that I really have to do. My husband is grown. He can fix his own meals, or if he wants something specific, like my husband is on this tofu kick. I don't like tofu. So that's his thing. I don't have to do anything but take care of myself. I was thinking yesterday, I was talking to my son actually, and we were talking about how, you know, he now understands the pressure that I had to have been under as a single parent, raising 2 kids, working, and going to school. Because my son is now working and going to school to get his license to be a mechanic. And he's like, now I see, you know, what you were going through. I said, no, actually, you don't, because you don't have that added component of taking care of kids every day. You see what it's like to work and, work 8 hours and then have to come home and go to school instead of being able to come home and rest. You see that. But then add 2 badass kids. Of course, I told him and his brother, add 2 badass kids to that equation. And then, you know, you kind of get the full extent of what I went through. I'm 56 years old. Um, these are supposed to be my golden years. If I wake up in the morning and decide I don't want to do anything but the essential things, which, taking care of Gizmo and, making sure he comes out and, gets his exercise. And he really likes to do that early in the morning. If that's the only thing that I want to do, that's all I'm doing. I'm not going to do anything else. I don't want any added stress on me mentally. I want to be mentally free. I don't want to have any mental bondage Mental bondage holds you down. You'll never be free if you're in a bondage mentally. That's why I put the title of this video, No New Friends. I don't want no new friends. And I've looked on YouTube, I look at how people on YouTube treat each other. Most people don't even know what it is to be a friend. You have no concept of what true friendship is. From what I see on YouTube, especially in this sector, and I talk about this sector because this sector is all black people, except for one random misfit. Everybody in this sector is black, and we treat each other like crap. I sat and listened to the way they talked about Timothy Blaine last night. I mean, you can't even get on here and tell the story of your life without someone taking that, flipping it around and distorting it. I would not allow any of these crazy people on YouTube to hold me in that type of mental bondage. There's no way I could get up every morning and argue and fuss and fight with anybody. Me and my husband, we get up in the morning and we are like two kids. And I think that's why we get along so well, because we're so childish. Both of us are. I'm just as childish as he is. There's no arguing there. Last night, my husband gets home late from work. He gets off work at 11:30 at night. And last night he wanted to cook some tofu. And he is such a sweet person. I was tired, and I told him that I was just going to go to sleep because I was tired. He is such a sweet person. When I woke up this morning, he said, "Was that was I making too much noise in the kitchen? Could you hear that tofu frying?" And that just softened my heart. Like, you really you really thought that you were making too much noise. That's the kind of stuff that you want. That's how you want to live. You want to live with someone that doesn't want to do anything to hurt you. If you are around people and they are constantly hurting you and doing things to offend you, you're in the wrong position. You're in the wrong relationship. You just wrong, period. He really asked me, "Was that tofu? Was I making too much noise?" I'm like, "Child, I was asleep. I ain't heard tofu. I mean, I smelled it. It smelled like he had burnt it. But I ain't heard no tofu frying, child. I went to sleep. I was tired. If I don't take a nap during the day, when I do lay my head on that pillow at night, I be gone. Okay? I ain't heard no tofu frying. Before I went to sleep, I heard it. But it was very short lived. I ain't heard no tofu or nothing else. I ain't heard no pans clanking or nothing. But it's just the fact that he cared enough to ask me if it bothered me. I can't be in a position or in a friendship or in a relationship with anybody that's going to be disrespecting me, talking down on me, anything, I will get rid of you so fast, child. For one, I'm very particular about who I allow in my circle anyway. But if I get a hint, a inkling that you gonna be on some bullshit, you go. Gone. Do you hear me? Gone. I will let you go so quick. Oh shit. My sister then found a place where you could get 3 wigs for $39. Lord, let me get away from that. Cause I ain't trying to. Yeah, he's a sweetheart. Hey, love, Fatu. How do you determine how to do that? It's a struggle. What, Amber? I missed that, sweetheart. Shelby, we are all addicted to carbs. I don't eat pasta because pasta really makes me sick. But we all addicted to carbs. Girl, you ain't the only one. I love carbs, but they're not good for people who have IBS. So I try my best to stay away from them. Life is too short for foolishness, so I feel what you're saying. It is. Life is way too short to be sitting on here um, arguing with these people on YouTube every day. Now, I do get a kiki um, when they get Rick Reed started. Rick Rick Reed is my guilty pleasure. I normally don't ingest a lot of foolish, excuse me, a lot of foolishness on YouTube. But Rick Reed is my guilty pleasure. Because once he gets wound up, once he, Rick Reed get wound up, he is hilarious. And he does do a lot of cussing. And I usually don't watch people that, do a whole lot of cussing because I'm trying to control that cussing spirit because I do have um, a cussing spirit myself, and every now and then, you know, it'll slip up. But I've been trying to really contain her. But every children of Oshun that have the Oshun that I have do have a cussing spirit. Like we are mean by nature because it's the spirit of the vulture. So we can get a little mean. And I mean, I do have that vulture mean spirit at times. But I do try to contain it. I don't want to be out here cussing everybody out. But honey, once he get to cussing and can on, oh my gosh, he have me rolling. So I do watch. It's a few people that I watch. I still watch Uncle Tim. I just, you know, I just have to take all of this stuff on YouTube with a grain of salt. Because to be honest, I was not raised around people that act like some of these people on YouTube. Like, who raised y'all? I, I come from. I come from a good Christian home. My mama didn't cuss. She didn't smoke cigarettes. She didn't do nothing. So, you know, I I came from one of them like Cosby type homes. You know, from like the Cosby show, like how their parents was. That's how my mama was. She didn't cuss. She didn't do nothing. I don't know. Child, I got that cussing spirit from one of my ancestors, I guess, because my mama didn't cuss. She didn't drink. She didn't do nothing. And I know a lot of people, come from dysfunctional families. They got crazy folks in they. I mean, I got some crazy folks in my family, but not like my mom. Not the person that raised me. The person that raised me wasn't crazy. And so I didn't grow up around that. I didn't grow up around people drinking and fighting and that kind of stuff. So I don't know. Some of y'all, I know y'all did because you do it every day. Every day. Shelby said cussing is therapeutic for me. Now sometimes you got to cuss. There are some times when I will cuss you smooth out. I will. Now I ain't gonna lie. I will. I just try not to. See, my family wasn't wild. I had a really um, quiet upbringing. You know, my life was growing up, it was quiet. I didn't get into it with nobody in school. I never had a fight. I think the only fight I had was like maybe in the third or fourth grade. And that, it was, one of those kind of fights. And then it was broke up real quick. I didn't have any fights. Nobody hit me, nothing. I mean, one girl did threaten to beat me up after school, but um, me and my friend, like, we got together and we walked home, and the girl didn't beat me up. Because I knew once I got on my block or close to my block, she wasn't going to have no chance to beat me up. Because too many people, knew me because I had been living on that block for so long. She wasn't going to beat me up, not there. She was going to have to catch me close to the school to beat me up. And that wasn't going to happen because I wasn't going to let her. So, yeah, that didn't happen. So, my thing is this: if you want peace, if you want peace in your mind, you have to bring it to yourself. You have to figure out what things can you eliminate to bring more peace. You know, one of my main things is to unplug from everything: my phone, the TV, people, and come outside and connect to nature. And connecting to nature is your connection to source. That's your connection to God. Take your shoes off and walk outside and just stand on the ground barefoot, grounding yourself to the earth. You have to put down everything. My husband has a timer on his phone where he reads for 15 minutes a day. He has a timer set and everything. During that 15 minutes, and I already know not to bother him, he will go into another room and he will read for 15 minutes. Sometimes he'll stop reading when the timer goes off, or if he's really into it, he'll continue. That's his way of unplugging and disconnecting and giving his brain a chance to reset and regain knowledge. I bring my yoga mat out in the morning, and I bring some crystals with me, and I just sit. I'm not doing yoga. Sometimes I'll do a couple of light stretches. I'm not really doing yoga, but it's my connection to the earth. It's my connection to the creator and my unplugging from distraction. Don't you know that God wants us to talk to him, but he doesn't want us to be distracted? Because when he's helping us, he's not distracted. He's not helping you and then looking over there to see what Cindy is doing. If you on the operating table, God is giving all of his attention to you. He's not got one eye on you on the operating table and then he's trying to see what Cindy over there doing with her man. No. His full attention. How you get out here, Tiptoe? His full attention. You see how quick I was distracted? That's not how God is with us. His full attention is with you. And that's how he wants us to be. To just unplug from everything and give him our full attention. Look at him.
Who you talking to, child?
Look at him. Look how smart my man is. He came out here with a book.
Give me my book.
He came out here with a book. He's so smart. I just love him. That big head ain't just a big head. What is that in your hair?
Lint, probably.
No, it ain't. Some other tree.
Who you talking to?
I'm talking to my people.
What's up, peeps?
He said, "Hey y'all. See, he ain't came out here to read. I was just talking about you too, child. See how God works?
So ain't God good?
Mm-hmm. He sure will. You know you ain't gonna be able to read that book because I'm gonna be talking to you, right?
You talking to them?
No, I'm gonna talk to you because you sat here. You came over here for some attention.
I can sit over there.
If you didn't want my attention, you would have sat over there.
I just came out here to see what you were doing.
You knew I was out here talking to my people.
I figured you were, though.
Why you say it like that?
I said I figured you were because you've been out here for a minute. Because you know what I was doing.
What was you doing? What? What was you doing? Tell the people what you was doing.
I had the boo-boo.
You are so nasty. You had the what?
I had the boo-boo.
That's just disgusting. I knew you was gonna come out here and act crazy though. Once that son gets me, I was like, here he come. See how the devil work? I'm out here talking about the Lord. And he show up talking about he had the boo-boo. See, this why you got to stay prayed up. Because the devil is busy. You hear me? He is busy. He done just came out here and knocked me off my whole thought process. Mr. Boo Boo. But yeah, let me try to get back on track because Okay, Shelby trying to get me back on track. Yeah, Shelby, he said he had the boo boo child. I ain't never met nobody with as much gas as this man, but
No, you didn't even have to bring that up.
oh Lord,
But I ain't worried about it.
let me leave
That's
you.
natural.
Let me leave you alone.
Shoot.
No, that's not natural. Nothing about that.
Shoot.
No, that's not natural. Not at the rate you be going, child. You be doing too much. Somebody said it's that tofu.
Leave my tofu out of this. Leave my tofu out
She
of it.
said it's that tofu.
You talk about my tofu.
I told him he was trying to cook some tofu last night,
You talk
babe.
about my tofu, didn't you?
I didn't tell him how bad it looked, though.
You just did.
No, I didn't. I didn't describe it in detail. This is we gonna get off the tofu because I don't want to hurt his feelings because he'll be mad at me. But we'll go back in the house and he'll be like, "You didn't have to tell him about my tofu.
Tell everybody my tofu,
You
my
had to
tofu
tell him what
experiences.
happened."
I'm gonna get good at tofu though.
I hope you do
I am.
because that was a fail last night, and you know it was.
Part of it was.
And you was watching YouTube videos and still could. All right. This video is about to go in a bit. It don't even make no sense for me to try to be nice anymore and try to sound all philosophical, and all that kind of stuff. If he here, because
I didn't start this. You did it. You said it. I just we gonna come out here because it is nice.
you knew, you knew when you came out here it was gonna be a problem. You knew that. You came out here because you knew I was on live, and you was like, "Let me wreck her live." And them little white things that be flying around, them little Santa Claus things. Somebody said that those were coming off the dandelion. Um, them things getting on my nerves, and I don't think they. I don't think that's a dandelion though. I don't know what that is, but whatever it is, they irking me, and I think that's what's causing my allergies to flare up. Gizmo, where you at, Tiptoe? You want to say hi? Jump. There him is. There him is.
Let me dress you up for the camera.
His whole face dirty. He got eye boogers and he got eye boogers and all kind of stuff. Got my pants dirty. I ain't got nothing to talk about, y'all. He done took me all off course. Unplug from social media. Even if you have to set an alarm to unplug, you can set an alarm and start off slow. Everybody can't do 15 minutes. 15 minutes may be a lot for you at first. Set an alarm for 5 minutes and just sit there for 5 minutes. Put your phone down, turn your TV off.
But wait till after this video though.
I'm giving you the instructions, so of course you're gonna wait until after the video, okay? Do it when the video is over. Set an alarm. Now I
That was
gotta go
funny.
back.
That was funny. Okay,
Set
I
a,
had to throw that in. I had to throw that in.
set an alarm for 5 minutes. Turn your phone down. Turn your TV off. If you can, go outside. Now, if you live somewhere where it's snowing and carrying on, keep your butt in the house. But if you live somewhere where the weather is nice, go outside. Okay. But if you live somewhere where people be like doing drive-by shootings and stuff, and you could get hurt if you go outside, keep your butt in the house. But if you live somewhere where you can go outside, go outside and either sit on the ground. You can lay down if you have a yoga mat or a sheet or something. Lay down in, like, is that child's pose
Huh?
or dead man?
What's
The
that?
one where you just lay down on your back.
That's I'm gonna think of it in a minute. It starts with an A. Is
Just
I
lay
can't
down,
think of it now.
okay? Just lay down on your back and try to still your mind. Because your mind is going to wander off. Your mind is going to be like, soon as you get on the ground, your mind is going to be like, oh, I wonder how many minutes we already been here. Your mind is going to wander because that's the way our minds are designed, to not really want to just be still and not be thinking of anything because we're so used to thinking about stuff. So just every time your mind decides to drift off, just gently pull it back. And if you need a affirmation to repeat while you're laying there, think of a soothing affirmation. I am stilling my mind. I am healing my body. But you just repeat the same thing over and over. So if you want to say, I'm stealing my mind, then you keep saying, I'm stealing my mind. I am stealing my mind. Not stealing, still. Or if you want to say, um, I am grounding my body. Whatever your affirmation is, repeat the same affirmation. Don't switch up your affirmations in the middle because then that will cause your brain to start trying to think of other affirmations. And then you'll be on this loop of, what else can I say? Did I already say that? So just keep repeating the same thing or
Make
don't
you a
say
tape.
anything.
Make a tape.
Yeah, that too. Or just don't say anything and try to see if you can keep your mind from drifting off into other places. And when you do get to the point where you can't stop your mind from drifting, like, oh, what time is it? I should start dinner, or just something. Is what are the kids doing? If you get to that place, then you've reached your 4 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever. Don't try to push yourself to do 15 minutes or 20 minutes out the gate. And it's your first day trying to meditate. Start slow and build on it. Because I still have a hard time doing like 15 or 20 minutes because then I start to want to shift positions. And once you start shifting positions and moving around a lot, then you wake up other areas of your brain. And then you just, okay, well, I'll do it again tomorrow. And just try to do it every day. I've noticed when I come out in the evening and watch the sunset, it's a reset for me. Just not doing anything but looking at how beautiful the sunset is, how and being grateful to just be able to sit and look at the sunset just makes you feel better. So just try it. You know, try unplugging, try getting away from your regular routine. Throw something new into your regular routine that will help you heal your
Okay,
body mentally.
I was wrong. It's Shavasana. Shavasana.
Shavasana.
Yeah, that's it right
It's
there.
okay, this is y'all. I don't think they can see that.
I probably can't
It's
see
a
it.
glare
It's too dark.
where you just
Shavasana.
lay down with your yoga mat. I love to do that. I love to just lay there and close my eyes, listen to the bird sounds, listen to the trees
You ought to do a
rustle.
live of you meditating. You
Yeah, maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
just do the breathing backwards. I mean, this okay. Here's what I listen to. I make my own tape.
It's not music, is it?
No, it's not music. It's just me breathing.
I gotta listen to you breathe.
Well, you can hear some of it. 27, 26. See, so I start from 30, go all the way down
So
to
you
1.
listen to yourself?
Uh-huh. I made the tape and I have my own affirmations. So at the end, when I get to 1,
He should have taught this.
I do all my affirmations. I have them all written down. And anytime I think of one, I write it down. I was like, okay, I'm gonna put that in there. So when I get to from 30 to 1, then I go through all of my affirmations and I listen to my own voice. So it's just like saying it out loud. But you repeat the same things. I do it twice a day. I do it in the morning and I do it in the evening. It takes about, this one is 9 minutes, exactly 9 minutes. But you can have it, and there are times when I do it late at night and I may find myself falling asleep or something like that. It's okay. You just keep doing it. I mean, the thing
Yeah, see,
is,
I've never gotten comfortable enough to go to sleep.
yeah, I sit up. I try and sit up and I try and keep my back straight. If you lay down, you're going to sleep. You're going to fall asleep. I mean, it is a good way to relax and go to sleep, but I do mine with a deep breath, breathing into my belly. So as I inhale through my nose, I imagine that the oxygen is going into my head, all the way down to my spine, into my groin. That's what I do. And I exhale through my mouth. So I breathe in through my nose.
Into your groin.
Yeah, I like to go deep, and it's a man thing. Don't worry about it. And I go there.
I have a groin.
I'm just saying, but that's you imagine and take that oxygen there, and you breathe out. And to keep your mind centered, I start from 30. I mean, some people could start from 50 or something like that. I find 30 works for me. So I start from 30 and go backwards, 29, 28, 27, and get all the way down to 1. And once I get down to 1, my affirmation starts.
And one thing I have that works for me that I have noticed is that if I keep a crystal in my hands, it keeps my mind from wandering because I think my mind is focused on holding the crystal. Now, this works for me. I don't know if it'll work for you. It keeps my mind focused on holding the crystals, and my mind won't wander as much. Because that was one of the things that I found about when I first started meditating was my mind wandering over the weirdest things. Like, did you turn the iron off? I didn't turn the iron on, so why would I turn? Like those are the weird little quirky. Is that a woodpecker?
Oh, I don't hear it.
I don't know what that is. He just like landed on the people next door house. See how distracted? I mean,
But
squirrel.
that's what you're supposed to do. I mean, when your mind wanders, you just bring it back. I mean, you
Yeah,
start,
gently bring it
you
back.
just bring it
Don't
back.
aggressively.
Yeah, because it.
Like, and that was where I used to be at first. Like, I would aggressively bring myself back,
Get back to where you.
and say in my mind, like, I can't do this. Like, I can't never just stay in the moment.
Yeah, it's
That was my problem. Staying centered and staying in the moment was a big problem for me.
yeah, it is something. I mean, I find that's why I find the numbers they help a lot. Counting backwards because you got to focus on the next number. But doing my own, doing my own tape and hearing my voice go through it, I still focus in on that, but I focus more on the breathing now.
See, I think if I heard my own voice, because I hear myself, I think I would laugh.
No, you wouldn't. You get used to
Yes,
it.
I would,
After a
because
while, you
I
get used to
I
it.
always laugh at myself when I'm trying to be serious.
That's okay. You
I
can
don't think I
still.
could listen to myself. Like, I probably could listen to your voice.
Well, that's. I mean, I'm just saying. See, because when I did it, I said, remember you asked me what you doing with that mic? And I said I'm making my. I don't know what I told you.
Yeah, you didn't tell
I
me
didn't tell
that.
you. I didn't tell you. I
Yeah.
just said But that was because I didn't want to. Because I had to breathe.
How was you breathing though?
No, I wanted to hear. No, I just wanted to do it. So I can hear it. The I wanted to do that to
But you
remind
had to do
me.
that in the mic.
Yeah, sort of in the mic. Yeah, so that would remind me to breathe. I didn't just want to say the numbers. I wanted to, and plus they gave me a good way to keep pace. But you can do all kinds of things. You can put
Shelby said I should make a affirmation audio video for the channel.
you can do
Do you believe in the healing power of meditation?
oh yeah,
Yes.
oh yeah,
Yeah, we both
oh
do. Shelby said, I'm going to try meditating, holding my crystals. Thanks for the suggestion. Yeah, I always, I feel like I meditate better when I hold the crystals actually in my hand than I do just sitting there. Because I have like, I'm one of those fidgety kind of people. It's really hard for me to just sit still and not do anything. So I notice when I hold the crystals in my hand, I have a better chance of just sitting there without fidgeting. They say, hi, Gizmo. Does it
yeah.
help
You
with your
busy?
arthritis? People who use meditation to release pain, I find fascinating. No, I'm going to be honest. Now, no, I don't want to say no. It can be a distraction. Yes, it can be a distraction, but I don't feel like it, really releases the pain. It can distract you from the pain, but I feel like it's still there. But yeah, there are times when I have used my crystals. Like, say, for instance, the pain is in my shoulder. I will use the point and, you know, put, send direct healing energy to that area. And it is a complete distraction. It will take you away for a moment. I'm not going to say that it totally will relieve the pain, but it can distract you. I was doing turmeric for a little while, but when I do stuff like turmeric and ginger and things like that. I don't like the powders. I would rather get the actual root itself, like the turmeric. The turmeric is in a root, similar to ginger. In its natural form, it looks similar to ginger. It just doesn't grow, I don't think, as large as ginger. It looks like the turmeric roots are a little bit smaller than the ginger root. And I have used both. Um, I just feel like, medication, heat, and ice uh, works best for me. Now, a lot of people feel like, they don't, want to go the medicine route. And I feel like whatever works for you works for you. Whatever works for me works for me. And medication works for me. But I do use ginger and I have used turmeric. We do juice, smoothies. We do a lot of green juices. And when I say juice, I mean, we have a juicer, we have a Breville juicer, and we make our own juice fresh. It is very rare that we buy juice. And if we do buy juice, we don't buy like apple juice and orange juice and, the juice that has a lot of sugar, high fructose, corn syrup, and all that stuff in it. We make juice with kale and spinach and greens. And, we go to the produce section and buy produce and bring it home and put it in the juicer. And if we buy juice, we do have one brand that we like. I think it's SOJO.
It's something. It's a
Yeah,
name.
it's something like that. I'll post a picture of it. They have a green juice line, and it is like kale, spinach, celery, apples, kiwi. It's juice. It's not a smoothie. It is a juice, and we drink that. So we do get a lot of natural. We both do like a lot of natural juices and salads and stuff like that. So I mean, we go on sometimes a really clean kick where all we do is drink juice and smoothies and stuff like that. So I do believe in that part of healing also. Cooking is a form of healing. Detoxing the body is a form of healing. And clearing the mind is a form of healing. Healing your mind, your body. I've always said the mind, the body, the spirit is what we are constantly trying to keep in alignment. Well, juicing is one of those things that you figure out what you like and you put them together. There is a recipe for a green drink that we got out of the movie Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. We took the recipe
Yeah, we pretty much
that
stick
he
with
had,
that.
and that's one that we stick to. We
We
just
tweak it
add,
with
yeah,
ginger.
yeah. We just
Every now and then we have
use
to,
his recipe and add
we
a
tweak
pound of
it.
ginger. And then sometimes, we make other things. We make beets and carrots, and one of my favorites is mint, lime,
Oh yeah.
and a little bit of agave or honey or whatever you want to use to sweeten it. You throw that in either your ninja, you can throw that in your ninja and strain it, or you can throw that in your juicer.
I'm gonna take a
And
shower.
okay. I'm coming in a minute because I've been on here almost an hour. You can throw that in your juicer or in your Ninja because we have a Breville juicer and we have a Ninja. Either one of those, and it is so good. I forgot what it's for, but it's we used to go to this, I think it was an Indian recipe restaurant, and it was on their menu, the lime and mint drink. And they say it has a whole lot of healing properties to it. And I notice if I'm having issues with like my stomach or IBS or whatever, when I drink that mint and lime, I feel a lot better. So, yeah, learning to detox. There are days when I eat extremely light just to kind of give my stomach a chance to reset itself and just rest. Just like your mind needs to rest, sometimes your belly needs to rest too because it's constantly working. That's why a lot of people say you shouldn't eat anything after 7 o'clock. Come on, mom. No, you shouldn't eat anything after 7 o'clock because it gives your digestive system a chance to sleep while you're asleep. If you eat something heavy and go to bed like an hour later, your digestive system, while you're trying to sleep, your digestive system is still woke trying to process that food. Yeah, mint really does calm your stomach down. It looks like I'm gonna have to take this bracelet apart because it looks like my beads got dirty or something got on here that's getting on my nerves. Or either this cord that I used to make this bracelet is getting old and it's changing colors and it's changed the colors of the beads. Cause this is moonstone and it's looking weird. I can't stand that orange. I'm gonna probably fix this cord. I do have my crystal bracelets, the different gemstone bracelets on my Instagram. I am selling these. So, and they are stackable. As you see, I always have on 11 dozen of them myself. I just love the energy that they provide. I do have my favorites. If you know me, you know that I love citrine and amethyst, I think, are my favorites. So we've been on here 50, almost an hour. I'm going to go. I try not to eat after 8 p.m. Now I'm going to bump it up to 7. I try not to, if I do eat anything, I try to, see, I got one of them things right there. Don't land on me, please. I try to, like, make it fruit. I try not to eat any anything heavy that late. Um, Usually about 8 we'll eat because my husband comes home for lunch around that time. So I try not to eat anything after that. And if it is, it's just like a piece of fruit um, or I just drink water or whatever. Yeah, it affects your dream state also. If you go to bed with a full stomach, you have a more of a tendency to have nightmares or bad dreams when your digestive system is up. trying its best to process food. And you can keep a dream journal. You know, if you eat a whole lot of food and you go to bed on that, keep a dream journal and see how your dream pattern is. I have so many journals, dream journals, prayer journals, art journals. I'm just getting into this new thing. It's called a glue book, where you just like take old magazines or, like whatever you have, and just cut stuff out and just glue it in the book. Like you can put, you can make it matchy matchy. Like you can have color pages, like, it's a green page, and your green page could be flowers or, you know, mountainsides, or, different things. Or you can have a flower page where it's just all flowers, or you can have a jewelry page where it's just all jewelry, or you can have a food page where it's just all food. You know, I've just started my first glue book. Joanne says, I have Crohn's, and although I'm greedy, I find it hard. I find I'm better if I eat only one big meal a day. Yeah, I heard Crohn's can be really difficult. You have to be careful about what you eat also. She says, also, I love Jamaican yard food, but boy, it don't like me. See, when I find out something don't like me, I try my best to stay away from it. Because I know pasta don't like me, beans don't like me, and I don't like them. Once you show me that you don't like me, I don't like you. Peanuts, I can't eat nuts. Nuts don't like me, and I stay away from them. Do you have dreams that seem like life, like grocery shopping or something like that? I think I have mundane dreams when I eat late. Yeah, I mean, I have random dreams of catching a bus, right? Like last night, I think I was like dreaming about riding a bus somewhere, and I haven't been on a city bus in a while. And I was like, that was weird. I mean, my husband works for the bus company out here, but I've never ridden the bus that he works for. So I'm just like on this bus riding. I don't know where I was going. Yeah, we all have random dreams that don't make any sense. That's just part of dreaming. I mean, I don't look at every dream we have as it having a real serious meaning. Some dreams are just dreams. Some dreams are just, those little flashes that the brain pictures that the brain will give us. And I had a really interesting dream the other night about somebody that I grew up with. This person was a little bit older than me, and this person died a couple of years ago. And I had a dream about this person, and they told me that they weren't happy because no one from the family is coming to visit them, is coming to their gravesite. And I was like, really? And the person was saying, yeah, you know, I think it's so strange that no one has come to see me. And I was like, like I thought it was real weird that this person would like come to me in a dream and tell me that. And now it's like, I feel so sad, for them. Like, I was really surprised, for one, that that would happen because I know that this person comes from a really large family. Like, a really large family. Like, his funeral was big. It was a lot of people there. He comes from a really large family. But I know that his mother and father are deceased. Like, they died a long time ago. And he didn't have any kids. So maybe nobody has come to visit. So I said that I was going to try to find out where he's buried and go by there and at least say hey. Now, that was a dream that I thought was strange because this person is not related to me. We're not related. We were just friends. And I thought that was weird. And the dream was so real. And it was him when he was younger, when he was healthy, and me at the age that I am now. So, I don't know. Those are the type of dreams that I have. And I thought that was interesting. But I am going to, I know his niece, but I don't really know how to, like, I wouldn't want to tell her that. But I'm going to try to find out where he's buried and see if I can go by and put some flowers on his grave. Because I mean, I don't want to tell somebody's family. I had a dream about your relative, and they seem sad because no one's come to the cemetery to visit. So, I don't know. But that was a dream that I had recently, very recently. So I do have interesting dreams. So we finna go, y'all. So my husband said that I should show you guys in a live how I do my morning meditation. So maybe we'll try to film that tomorrow. And maybe I will do the my meditation to his voice recording and see how that works out. So we'll think about doing that tomorrow. And maybe I'll come back later on this evening and we can all sit and watch the sun go down. Just listen to the wind and watch the sun go down in peace. Okay? I love you guys. I thank you for spending 69 minutes with me today because you could be doing anything else, but you decided to come here and listen to me chit chat. Thank you, everyone that is a member. And if you're not a member, you can consider becoming a member because membership does have its perks. My members do have perks. But thank you for being a subscriber. And thank you for spending time with me every day and listening to my ramblings. Set an alarm for 5 minutes and try to do a meditation today. Okay? And we will see if we can do one tomorrow. Because our outside, we're going to have to, do them now while the weather is nice. Because once it starts raining, well, when it starts raining, we'll just do them in the house. Okay, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Love you. Bye.